What we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to show you three things. One is how to collect the written testimonial most easily. And then two, I'm going to show you how to publish the written testimonials in a way that can help you generate new business. For real estate, it's a little bit easier. So for some businesses like Dubb, for example, we have places to collect reviews all over the internet, right? There's software websites and Google and the Apple Store and the Play Store. So for us, it's actually quite difficult to collect reviews. But for real estate, these are luckier. You really have really just a handful of places that it's most useful. Google is probably the single most useful place. You guys also have like Rate My Agent or Zillow or some of these other platforms that are popular, but not going to be the same value as I would say the Google listing. It has the best SEO and it's the most discoverable. And Zillow is sort of battling with homes.com and stuff right now. So who knows where that will end up, but Google is definitely here to stay. So that's what we're going to show you guys today. I'm going to show you two different strategies for collecting written testimonials to publish to both Google and your own websites, or I guess, and social media. So those are the three locations we're going to be able to effectively leverage these testimonials.
Welcome, everyone. Video testimonials are honestly one of my favorite channels.
Written. This one's written.
Written. Okay, but we turned written testimonials into video testimonials with the screen recorder.
We do.
So video testimonials are still my favorite.
Right.
I think that social proof has become one of the most important parts of marketing, because at the end of the day, it's not what we say, it's what our clients say, it's what our past, success stories say and how we sort of capture them. So we've done a lot of work to figure out how to help you kind of capture the testimonial and the review process and just overall content to help you get more conversions and ultimately more clients. So
the first thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to talk about the methods for actually requesting the written testimonials from your clients. So there's a couple of things here. We want this to be heartfelt, right? We want it to be have a higher conversion rate. We want more people to respond to this than what a typical request might look like. For most people, when they request a testimonial, it's like a little plain text email or text message that they send and say, hey, can you do me a favor and leave me a review here? And so we're going to upgrade from that. We're going to give you guys a better experience than that for both you and your clients and make them more likely to actually leave the testimonial that we want. So let me share my screen and I'm going to start with this place we were discussing, your Google listing, because even if somebody didn't speak to you, there's a high chance they're going to go look for your reviews on Google if they're considering you. And so Google is a fantastic place to gather your reviews. There's also lots of APIs and stuff where you can actually display the Google reviews in your own websites and landing pages. So Google is a fantastic place to start collecting your reviews. Again, because you guys will own this listing compared to like a Zillow or Realtor.com or Rate My Agent or something where those are private businesses. Google's a private business too, but you get what I'm saying. Google's much more public. So let's talk about the best way to collect these reviews. First, I've had many different real estate clients tell me that, well, hey, some of my clients are older and they said I couldn't figure out how to leave a Google review. It was too difficult, too complex. So this is what we want to do, is make this so easy for them that they won't have that experience. And this comes down to a few things. One is we want the link to be as easily accessible as possible. So when I click right here to read Google reviews, that's what these are, is reading them. But if I click write a review, you can see this is now going to pop up with a little modal where somebody can actually leave the review. So instead of having to type in Dubb LLC and then find this thing over here and then find this little review thing and then find that button, right? There's 5 or 6 clicks that we want to avoid. And we can do so by taking this exact link. So with this window open, with this exact window, I'm going to take this link. And when my client clicks the link, it's going to take them directly to this place where they can leave a review. So this is the first step, guys, of using Dubb to collect written reviews on Google, is to create a call to action that is collect Google review. And again, this link specifically is the most direct link that's going to make this as easy as possible for your clients to leave a review. So under type, you choose website link. And then here you're going to paste this weird long link. It doesn't look like a link, but it is. And under the button text, that's where the clients are going to see. You can see custom text, leave Google review. So that way they know what the button's going to do when they click it. So that is the first step, is to create the button to collect a Google review. Now, the second piece, I actually got this advice from another client who is in real estate and used this exact thing for his clients. So what we're going to do now is record a video for the prospect, for the audience, or the client, and show them how to leave a review. So this is actually done with one of the screen recorders. You can use the Dubb Chrome extension for this, or the Dubb desktop app. It's up to you. And so I'm going to use the Chrome extension. I'm going to turn my video on so you can see here I am. And now I'm actually going to walk them through how to leave this review. So I'm going to press record, gives me a countdown. And now I'm going to say, hey guys, just wanted to take a second here and show you how to leave a review for my business. So when you've received this video, you're going to click the button. It's going to take you right to this point. And what I'd like you to do is, if you can, please leave 5 stars. This is going to mean a lot for my business. Not 4, but 5. Thank you. And then also, if you could just share your details of your experience, give me a little information about what your favorite part of working with my team was. You remember how we went from, being in those competitive offers, and then we actually got accepted below what we thought we could. So let's tell that story. And again, I really appreciate your time here. And thanks again. And so this would be an example of how I can actually show them how to leave the review, leave 5 stars, type what you wanted to say, tell them what you want them to say. So this is the example I recommend including along with your video, is actually showing them to leave a 5-star review and then to type a little message based on what you want them to say. So I recorded this video here. I'll just let that go upload. So there's 2 steps so far, guys. One is I created a call to action specifically to that place where they can leave the review. 2, I recorded a video showing them specifically how to leave the review. So there's no questions asked. There's nothing left unanswered. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to request the written review. There's at least 2 options for this, guys. And I'm going to recommend this first option because it's going to have a better conversion rate, meaning more of your clients will do what you ask them through this method. And if we want more testimonials, more written reviews, then we want more conversions. So this is how I recommend doing this, guys. Part of the Dubb app, you will have likely seen this strategy before. Part of the Dubb app is the ability to use the whiteboard. So right here on the Dubb app, mobile, iPhone, Android, tablet, this little clipboard, you're going to use this to record a personal video. Small favor, Joe. And Joe is the name of my client, and Joe is the person I want to collect the written review from. So I'm going to start my video like this, press record, and then say, hey, Joe, I was wondering if you could do me just a little tiny favor. There's a button directly below this video where you can leave a review on my Google or on my personal website. It would mean the world to me if you're able to do this. And what I'd like you to say is just tell what your experience has been like with my team, working from the time where we got your credit repair all the way to getting your offer accepted. And now you guys are in your dream home. Just tell us a little, your view of that story. We'd really appreciate it. And also there is a video after this that shows you how to leave the review on Google, just in case there's any confusion. There's also an example testimonial after that. So again, really appreciate your time. The buttons below to leave the review straight in Google. Also some instructions in case you need any help. So thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to getting your response. So there is the specific, I'm going to go delete this after, specific request. The reason I showed that one and the reason I recommend that one again is because it will have a better conversion rate compared to what I'm going to show you next, which is the generic request. So instead of saying small favor for Joe, it just says small favor like this. Quick favor or small. I like the word small instead of quick. So the idea with what I'm showing you guys here now is you just want the thumbnail to be interesting and to let them know, hey, I have a little tiny favor to ask. And so you would want to make sure that they see something like that in the thumbnail. Again, this is generic. So I would, instead of saying their name, instead of saying, hey, Joe, tell me specifically your story, I would say, hey there, it's been a minute. And I wanted to just thank you so much for working with our team and ask you a little tiny favor. If you could, click the button below and just type a little review for us in Google and tell us what your favorite part of working with our team has been. Or again, more specifically, what you guys want to hear. If you want to hear something specific, ask for that, right? Like, tell me how it was working with my buyer's agent. Tell me how it was working with us as a listing broker, right? If you want something specific, you ask that in the testimonial request. So part one, we created the button to collect the review using our exact link. In part two, we recorded a video showing them how to leave the review on Google. Then in part three, we recorded a video requesting the testimonial or the review. And I gave you guys two options here. One was the personal request and the other one was the generic request. I will recommend the personal request more often because it's going to get better results. But sometimes maybe you guys have hundreds of past clients and you don't want to do this for it. Or maybe that's not the case. Maybe you have 20 clients and you're just not feeling like you can do a custom request for each person. Again, I will recommend that. It will be better. But if you want to, you can do the generic version. So we have this request. We also are now going to add the button, which is our Google review button. So call to action, leave Google review. So now we have my button there to leave the Google review. And then I also have the video that says how to request the testimonial, or right here, it's the Dubb LLC Google search. That's how to leave the testimonial. So now I go here. I have my leave Google review. And then I also have my how to leave the Google review. So now when I look at this page, I have the video that's request. Hey, Joe, little favor, click the button below. When he clicks the button, it takes him straight exactly where he needs to go to leave the review. And just in case they wanted to hear the whole, hopefully they would hear the whole message. I was wondering, and at the end of this message, it automatically rolls into hey guys, the instruction for how they can leave the review. So this is one of the most effective methods for collecting written testimonials, at least on Google, because you can directly publish them and instruct them and request them all in this one single step. So this is probably the most effective method that I would recommend for collecting written reviews on Google specifically, because you have the personal, heartfelt request that took you maybe 30 seconds to a minute to request. Then you have your pre-recorded example showing them exactly what you want them to do. Leave the 5 stars, give me a good review. And then you have the button for them to take action directly as possible to get to this place to publish the review. So this is, as I mentioned, the most direct method for getting your reviews straight into Google. Guys, if there's any questions on this, let me know. I'm going to show you guys a second method, which is collecting written testimonial for publishing elsewhere. So specifically for Google, guys, that is the way to do this. It goes straight to Google. It's published automatically. There could not be a more direct method than that. One click, one instruction, straight to where you need it to go. This next method that I'm going to show you guys is using a form to collect a written review that's published elsewhere. So guys, if you have any questions on that first part that I showed, let me know. Drop them in the chat or the Q&A. We'll be able to answer those for you. But I'm now going to show you guys a second method for this. The first step of this second method is to actually create a form on Dubb. And the way that you're going to create this form is like this, under forms. So a form, guys, is a little questionnaire that allows you to capture questions from your clients, such as first name, last name, or like this. What was your favorite part of using our service or our business or working with our team? This is a custom question that I created right down here. It says configure custom fields. So I clicked here and then I made a custom question, which is, what was your favorite part of using our service? Again, for your real estate business, you might have different questions. What was your favorite part of working with our listing team? What was your favorite part of buying your home with our buying agents, right? Or whatever it is that you're looking specifically for. you'll want to make sure you include those questions. Because otherwise, if it's a generic question like this, you're probably going to get a generic answer. You want better questions, right? I just did this wasn't an example. But again, if you're a buyer agent, a seller agent, a listing agent, those questions are probably going to be different, specific based on what you want to hear back from them. So this is the first step, is to configure your form. What are the questions you'd want to ask them to collect the testimonial? Maybe it's a multiple part answer where it says, 1, how did you hear about us? 2, why did you choose us? 3, what was your favorite part of working with us, right? That would be an interesting written testimonial, and it's 3-part questions. So again, this is part 1 of collecting a response outside of Google, which is to build the form containing the questions that you want answered. Now, if you guys have an existing CRM or something with a form in it already, great. You can add that form to Dubb instead of using the Dubb form. If you're using Dubb, then you can use the Dubb forms. So if anyone has an external form they want to use for testimonial collection, let me know and I'll show you that method as well. Otherwise, this is the way to do it inside of Dubb. Create the custom questions that you want, add them to a form. Once you've created the form, then you create the button. You can see here I have a button that's testimonial. I selected the type, which is form. And then the form, I selected my testimonial form. So now I have this button, testimonial form, created. So now I'm going to go to my video and I'm going to add that form, or sorry, that button to my, so it's called testimonial form. So right here, testimonial form. So now I created the form, I created the button to contain the form, and then I added the form to my video. So now when I preview the video, that's this one right here, you can see I have a form, and now they can answer this form where it says first collects their email, so I know who actually left the review. And then depending on what questions I asked, they will have submitted their answers here. This is how I can collect written review outside of Google, and then I can publish this wherever I want. So once this information is collected, you get a notification inside of Dubb and inside of your email that a form was submitted. And then the form submissions will be right here, assets, forms. You can either download all the form submissions, like this one had 4 people, I can get those 4 responses there. Or I can actually go into the contact itself in the CRM and into the contact, and I can see the answer to the question there. And from there, I can copy and paste it. I can save it. I can put it into a document, publish it to a website, whatever I need to do in terms of publishing it. Now, there was another option here that Ruben actually mentioned right in the beginning of the call, guys, which is how to share your written testimonials in a format that allows you to help grow your business. So people can come find these Google reviews, right? But they have to already be looking for you. A lot of the times what we want to do is we want to use our testimonials to help increase our marketing and our sales and our content. So what I have here, guys, is I'm going to show you next, a little tiny pause, and I'll show you if there's any questions on the first 2 pieces that I just showed you guys, how to collect written reviews on Google or how to collect written reviews to publish to your own websites or landing pages. That's what we just covered. And now in a third piece, I'm going to show you guys how to effectively leverage the written testimonials for lead generation, lead nurturing, and marketing and sales in general. So if there's any questions, you guys drop them in. I'll answer those in just a minute. Now I'm going to show you guys how to, again, leverage written testimonial for lead generation and lead nurturing. So what I have here is just our Google reviews, right? Some really great reviews here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just try to send this link to somebody, or like I can't post this link to social media, right? That doesn't provide any value. Say, hey guys, go read my Google reviews. So instead, what I'm going to do is what we call a client appreciation post, or in this case, a review appreciation post. So now I'm going to click my little button here. This is the screen recorder, one of the options. I'm going to press record. And now I'm going to share these success stories. So our really good friend Gregory here, I'm going to say, hey guys, I want to just take a moment and share a recent review from a very good client of ours, Gregory. Gregory is a coach and he is a fantastic user of Dubb. He's also a great person, but I want to just share with you what he said about Dubb. So here you can see he's been using Dubb for a couple of years, and it wasn't until recently when he started attending more of the live trainings in the last few months that he was able to completely shift his marketing efforts, and that Dubb is going to be a huge part of those strategies going forward. And guys, these are the same lessons that we have this experience every day, and we love for this to happen. We can't wait for you guys to come join the training and for you to transform the way that you do your marketing, just like our buddy Gregory here. So check out Gregory's story, come sign up for Dubb. Can't wait to see you guys there. Pause. So what is that, a 40-second post, right? All these posts on social media are usually like a minute or less. So this is how now I created a video that showcases a written review in a format that can now be more popularized, right? Recently, guys, short form video has become the most popular form of engaging online. Like all the millennials, even Gen Xers, Gen Z, like everybody wants more video trending. So TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, there's a reason why all these platforms came out with the short form content, because it's very digestible. It's only increasing in popularity. And so we want to sort of play to the advantage of that, right? Don't try to fight the wave and fight what's happening. We want to use it to our advantage. And so that last little piece that I showed you guys there is how now you can go create one little bite-sized 1-minute clips to empower your social channels with valuable content, with educational content, and say, hey, I want to tell you guys a story about how this client went from needing credit repair within a year, and now they're in their dream home. Like, that's a fantastic story to share with somebody, right? Do you have a client like that? Or maybe somebody that missed out on 3 or 4 offers and they were getting discouraged. And then through perseverance and through hard work, we were able to get them their story, their dream home. Little things like that end up being very awesome pieces of content to educate and nurture whoever's listening to you out there, and also to win new business. As I mentioned, it's lead generation and lead nurturing that you guys can then take these written or video testimonial and power up your social channels with. So it's also the effective use case of it. It's not us, it's not what we say, it's what they say. So you don't see a lot of realtors posting stuff that says, hey, I'm an awesome real estate agent, I'm great, I'm amazing, right? That's sort of like tooting your own horn. People don't like to do that. And it's not like nobody who says, oh, let's work with that guy, he's praising himself. But when it's what other people say, it's a lot more effective. It's like, it's not, hey, don't hear how awesome I think I am. It's saying, here's what my clients are saying about our business. So it's a much more effective way to post to social. And it's also valuable because you can inform people of how people are still overcoming the issues in the market right now, right? It's a slower market. We're dealing with super high rates. The only buyers we're probably dealing with are people that are downsizing or something. So let's play to the strengths of what's happening right now by getting education out in front of people. Build the list right now, right? You use the downtime to create more content, get it out in front of people, and start building that audience today so that your buyers and sellers and stuff that are ready to move when rates improve, they know who they're going to want to work with. Okay, so guys, in this little training, these ones are shorter. It's not overly complex. It's how to collect written reviews, either for Google or for your own website. That's what we covered first. Then we covered how to then publish these reviews, either on Google, which is automatically, or on your own website, or to social media and to your own lead generation and lead nurturing efforts, like marketing automation or email campaigns or text message campaigns. Any one of these is extremely valuable to have your social proof, your client reviews, your testimonials, sharing those throughout. So yeah, no, I think that is probably everything so far. Let me just do a recap. We talked about how to capture the testimonials, the scripts we should use, the methods we should send, email, text, make it simple for them to follow along. Either it's Google or reviews on your own website. And then we talked about the methods for sharing and publishing those. Google's automatic, really nice for that. And then for your own reviews for your own website written, you can then publish from Dubb directly, copy and paste onto a website or anywhere else they need to go, or you're recording the videos to then showcase the written reviews you've collected. In a previous training also, guys, we have done how to collect video testimonials. And so if you guys want that piece, it's really nice to have in conjunction. Some people want to read, some people want to watch. I do recommend having both. And maybe your clients weren't willing to do a video testimonial, but we would be willing to do a written one. You can definitely combine these two strategies, guys. Last week we did, or 2 weeks ago, we did video testimonial. This week we did written testimonial. You should probably combine these two strategies, right? And because that way you'll increase your conversions for one of those opportunities. So you send out the request like we talked about 2 weeks ago and this week, where you're collecting video or written. You have instruction for both. The people that are willing to give you a video testimonial can do so. And the people that are never going to do a video testimonial may be willing to do a written review. And by having both of those buttons, give me a video testimonial, give me a Google or a website review or form fill, that way it would be the most likely to capture at least one of those forms of testimonial from your clients. So both of those strategies together, guys, make the most effective opportunity for collecting one of those forms of testimonials for your audience and your business. And guys, these things go a long way, right? A testimonial is an evergreen asset. Like if you do a market update today and you talk about the market, in 6 months, that's worthless, right? It doesn't have any value anymore. If you collect a testimonial that talks about, hey, I want to tell you how I worked with John, and when I met John, I had a bad credit score and I couldn't get approved for anything. And then I worked with John and he sent me up with his credit repair people. And then 6 months later, I was able to get pre-approved. And now we're in the dream home. Like that story is evergreen. That story is awesome and valuable and insightful and says that, well, I have a credit issue. Maybe I should talk to John because he helps people that knows how to help people, right? And I'm just giving an example here, guys, with the credit repair situation. I've heard that numerous times, where you're taking somebody that's not a lead, like someone that's been doing this for a while. I don't want to talk to the credit repair people. Like I'm beyond that. And other people are like, hey, I can turn that credit repair person into a real client through education without putting a whole bunch of effort into chasing that one person down and showing homes to the person who's not pre-approved yet. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about using the content we're talking about creating to educate these people so that when they're ready, you are the source that they trust. That's what most of these trainings come down to, guys, is how to create content that positions you as the person people want to work with. If you go back over the last several weeks, that's what all these trainings have been about. It's how to create content that positions you as the thought leader. So people think, wow, this guy knows his stuff. I want to work with him versus my cousin who got their license and is like, hey, let me, yeah. You're like, no, I'm going to work with John because John actually knows what he's talking about. So that's what most of this content is, guys. It's strategic content to help you learn how to position yourself as the thought leader. We have several people with us that are sort of influencers, if you will, right? They have a YouTube following, they have social media followings, and they're living the dream. I don't like to say to live in the dream, but they really are. They don't do paid advertising. They're not door knocking and cold calling. They're not doing anything like that. They post to their social media channels with education saying, hey guys, here's what's new. And that's where the majority of their business is coming from referrals and from just posting content. Of course, it seems easier, but it was a lot of work to get there. And that's what we're trying to help you guys do, is master these skills that make it easier to create this type of content so that hopefully you one day too can live the dream. Just post something educational and get some referral or opportunity from there. So that is everything in terms of the training, guys. I'm going to open it up for some questions, conversation, if you'd like. Dirk, I have one from here for you, my friend. Does it mean I have to put a link, for example, inside of Zoho, inside of Dubb? So Dirk, turn your mic on for me there. Let me understand that question a little bit better.
You were talking about the questions, the forms, and that was a post during that time.
Okay, so you have Zoho and you have a form then inside of Zoho, right?
Yes.
So
exactly.
then what you would do is inside of Zoho, you create the specific form that has the questions you'd like responses to. And then inside of Dubb, what you would do is perhaps record a video of you filling out that form and say, hey guys, what I'd like you to do is just take a few moments and answer each of the questions in this form, right? Say something nice for me. We appreciate you. And then click this submit button. So you would record a screen video of how to submit that form if it's complex at all. And then you would attach your Zoho form like this. So calls to action. And instead of the, oh, let me go to a different one. Instead of the Dubb form, you would use an external form, and you'd put the URL from your Zoho form there. And the experience would be almost identical, where instead of the Dubb form beneath your video, it'll be the Zoho form. And then in the playlist, it'll be the instruction of how to submit the form and maybe what to say there.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Excellent question. All right. What else we got, guys? Any other questions, comments, feedback? Does anyone feel more confident to go collect some written testimonials from their clients today? Good, good. Guys, like I said, I can promise you, I've seen a ton of success here. We know reviews work. We know testimonials work. Every single real estate coaching example will tell you, go get them. So I don't know what, if anything's holding you back, guys, if you have something holding you back, you'd like to discuss it, let me know. If there's something here that we can help you sort of overcome. I've heard people say things like, well, my clients are camera shy and then they don't want to do a video, and that's fine. They can do the written one. That's why we wanted to host this as a secondary training. Now, if for whatever reason they don't want to do a written one, I'm not sure what to say there. As a best practice, maybe you can bring them a little like housewarming gift or something and say, hey, while we're here, just type up something. What would you say about my business? You know, if they're being hard or stubborn to give you something. Okay, yeah. Any questions, guys? Any feedback, comments, concerns? All good? All righty. Well, again, these ones are shorter lessons, guys. This isn't a super complex strategy. It's pretty straightforward, and we should all be doing it. We should all have written testimonials from at least 90% of our clients, right? And we probably don't. So lots of opportunity here to go collect some written reviews. You might even get some stories you're surprised of, you know, maybe you have some clients in the past, you forgot all about their transaction, and they give you this great story that then you can go publish to social. So it's always a good time to collect social proof for your business. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Any other questions, you guys know, come to the chat, to the comments, to the live training every day. We're happy to take care of you guys in any format. All right. Well, appreciate you guys again. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Bye-bye.